Hola amigos, in this video, let's talk about the best way to play Path of Exile 2. Is it with controller? Is it with the mouse? Is it using WASD? I've tried them all and I have come to a conclusion. So let's go ahead and start with a new character. We'll go ahead and hit continue. And we'll just start by taking a look here at the mouse and comparing the two primary options, which is to either use the mouse to click and point where you want to go, or you can use WASD to move around. I've tried both and I've tried the controller. I started using the mouse, and so we're going to be given these two options. So if you're new to the game and you're not sure which one is the best way to go, well, I started with mouse, and the fact is I got pretty much into Act 2 before I decided to change how I was playing. And what I ended up with is the controller. I ended up going with controller. I think it is the best way to play the game. If you select mouse, then what I find is that it's very difficult at a certain point in the game, unless you're very good with the mouse. If that's your preferred way of playing, then by all means go for it. But I would say that either WASD or the controller, you're going to be getting more control in some really tense situations. So if we go with WASD and we start moving our character around, the nice thing about WASD is that you can really control, fine tune exactly where you want your character to be. And the fact is that's really going to come in handy at some point when you are in tight spots and you have to move quickly, but then you also have to stop quickly. So this is kind of where WASD is not a bad option. The problem with the mouse, and then another thing too, is you could just kind of see, like, depending on where we're pointing is the direction the character is going to point in. With the mouse, when you click in different directions, then your character is going to go exactly where it is that you point. And when things get really tense, sometimes it's hard to to be able to really track your movements and know exactly where you're going. And I just found that at some point the boss battles just got way too sweaty, and using the mouse just wasn't the way to go. WASD, you have a lot more control, but with the controller, my feeling is that really is where I felt the most comfortable and felt like I had full control over my character in those really tense moments. So if you want to use the controller, then you are going to need to back out to the main screen. So we're going to go to the login screen here. I'm going to grab my controller, and once you just move your controller around, then now you've got full access, and then you can go ahead and log in. And one thing you'll notice if you're using the controller is that the interface does look quite a bit different. Things are in are in different spots, and that might take a little bit to get used to. And also, there's just a couple things here, like for example, holding the A button when you want to move around. Um, but here we are now. I'm in controller, and you can see that, I don't know, I just feel like the way that the character moves in different directions and everything is just much more fine tuned, and it's a lot easier to just be able to track your character exactly where they're going. Now, when it comes to like mapping things on your controller and getting them exactly where they want, it's fairly similar to either the mouse or WASD. But I just found that at some point, just being able to have certain abilities exactly where I want them, and then also the dodging is just much more. It just feels like you can kind of see there just how much control I have over the dodging and everything like that. You really just don't have that with the mouse controls. You do have it with WASD to some degree, but I would just say that of the three of them, I just find that the controller, I have much more control over my characters. So that's my final verdict on that. If you are new to Path of Exile 2 and you're not sure which one to use, in my opinion, controller is the way to go. So we'll go ahead and just leave it there. If you found this helpful, please drop in the comments. And if you disagree with me, by all means, let me know. Let everybody know, and we can all just have a nice conversation about that. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more in the future.